What's up guys, Chris here from Mainly Mesh on Tutorial Tuesday. This week we're going to be talking about wrapping your ones. So ones are obviously very necessary knots. No matter what funkiness you're trying, you're always going to have some sort of iteration of a one in your arsenal. When I say one, I mean floating a mesh diamond in between two sidewall holes. And obviously a one is inherently a little bit shifty. So, depending on where the ball is, that mesh diamond is going to be floating between those two holes and be able to move around a little bit. If you are in a position where a mesh diamond absolutely needs to go in between two sidewall holes, so especially on heads with fewer sidewall holes like this one, some of the older Warrior and Brine heads for sure, or even on some of the newer STX heads that the spacing is a little awkward. What you can do to better lock down a one is called wrapping the one. Now you can wrap up or wrap down depending on which way you go through your one. A lot of people like to go up through the ones. I prefer to go down through the ones. But what you're going to do here is you're literally just going to do essentially a wrap twice. So you're going to go down through that mesh hole, and then you're going to take the string after it's already formed that one, and you're going to go immediately back down through that mesh diamond again. So you see I've wrapped it down through once, and I've wrapped it back around that mesh hole, and then what that's going to do is as you pull it tight, sorry, I had to pause for a little family break there. So we were halfway through the wrap. Once you wrap it through twice, you start pulling it out a little. The first big thing you guys are going to notice is that it's kind of annoying to string these. You really have to make sure everything is pulled tightly, and then you're going to be pushing up this mesh row so that it all stacks evenly when you're pulling it down. So it's a little bit trickier to maneuver, but then once you finish it out, and I definitely recommend finishing this out with a knot as the next tie, you will see that what you are left with is still a one. So it's still just that one diamond floating in between the two holes, but it is much less shifty. So it is very much so locked down as it's floating between those two rows, and it can just allow you to hone in on the type of channel you want a little bit more. So give that knot a try. In the comments down below, let me know if there's some funky knots that you've seen on Instagram or wherever that you would like me to try to explain. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Mainly Mesh. We're probably going to be dissolving the Mainly Mesh Pro Shop Instagram as well, just make it all coming from the same spot. So follow us at Mainly Mesh on Instagram. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. That's a tutorial. See you on Thursday. Have a good one.